friends. Welcome back. I'm really glad you're here. And if you're just joining us for the first time, a very special welcome to you. Okay, I am trying something new today. I am recording this episode with video and not just audio, so we'll see how it goes. Thank you for being patient. Okay, let's dive into today's episode, which is a little personal because I've been living this in real time. For the past 4 weeks, my sleep has been, shitty. You know the kind, hard to fall asleep, waking up at weird hours, sleep that just feels off, and those Z's that are painfully elusive. And wow, could I feel it during the day. My energy was off, my motivation was lacking, my eating felt more erratic. Yep, I'm a dietitian and my eating was not perfect. Spoiler alert, it rarely is, but it's normally better than it has been the past 4 weeks. Everything just felt harder than it needed to. But earlier this week, at the time of recording, I finally got a great night of sleep. And then another, and another. And boy, when sleep hits, it hits. Clearer head, better energy, more motivation, definitely more grounded and resourced. And the difference? Yeah, I felt it immediately. And it was such a strong reminder of something I talk about all the time. You can be doing a lot of the things right, eating well, moving your body, trying to manage stress. But if one of those key pieces is off, especially something as important as sleep, your body just doesn't get the full signal of safety and support it needs. And when that happens, everything else can start to feel like an uphill battle, even when you're doing a lot of the things right. And here's the thing, I know I'm far from alone in this. Studies show up to 61% of women in peri and postmenopause report frequent sleep problems. 61%. That's more than half of us in peri and postmenopausal years that are not sleeping through the night regularly. So if you're lying awake at 3 a.m. wondering what is wrong with you, nothing is wrong with you. You are in good company. Now that doesn't make it better, but at least you know you are not alone. So today we're going to talk about why sleep matters so much for your metabolism, especially in the season of midlife. What the hell is actually happening in your body when sleep is off? And perhaps most importantly, how to set yourself up for quality sleep. Okay, so what poor sleep does to your body and metabolism. Let's start simple. Sleep is not passive. Yep, let's repeat that. Sleep is not passive. Sleep is not just rest. It's when your body is doing a ton of behind the scenes recharging and regulation. And when sleep is disrupted, multiple systems shift at the same time. And let's talk about some of those systems that get totally effed up when your sleep is less than stellar. Okay, first system, blood sugar becomes less stable. When you don't sleep enough, even just 1 or 2 nights, your body becomes less sensitive to insulin. And what that means in real life is that your glucose stays in your bloodstream longer instead of being efficiently moved into your cells, which is where we want that glucose. Studies have shown that even partial sleep deprivation can reduce insulin sensitivity by 15 to 30%, which is a big shift in a short amount of time. So now, just because of 1 poor night of sleep, your body has to work harder to manage the same meal. And that's when you start to see more blood sugar swings, more energy crashes, more cravings, more of that roller coaster feeling. Second system, cortisol goes up. Poor sleep also raises cortisol, your primary stress hormone. And cortisol's job is to increase blood sugar when your body thinks it needs quick energy. So when sleep is disrupted, your body is essentially waking up already in a slightly stressed state with higher baseline cortisol and higher blood sugar levels. And over time, that combination makes it harder for your body to return to a steady, regulated state. And if you wear a CGM, a continuous glucose monitor, you can see in real time how even just 1 night of sleep can lead to dysregulated blood sugar levels the next day, and sometimes even a little bit longer. Okay, third system, cravings get louder. Sleep deprivation also directly affects your hunger hormones. Here's how. Ghrelin, which increases hunger, goes up. Leptin, which helps you feel full or satisfied, goes down. So yeah, the volume on the hormone that tells us we're hungry gets turned up, while the volume on the hormone that tells us we're full or we've eaten enough gets turned down after nights of poor sleep. So you're not just feeling more tired, your body is literally being signaled to eat more, especially quick sources of energy like sugar and refined carbs. Again, not a willpower issue, a physiology issue. Okay, fourth system, brain plus decision making. Now, you probably know when you don't sleep as well, you just don't think as clearly. But here's what's going on. When you're sleep deprived, activity in the prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain responsible for planning, decision making, and impulse control, decreases. Now, at the same time, the reward centers of the brain become more reactive, especially to high sugar, high calorie foods. So the combination is less ability to pause and make a thoughtful choice, while at the same time, more drive toward quick, rewarding foods, which explains a lot of those, why did I do that? Or why did I eat that moments? And let me tell you, I've had a lot of those over the past 4 weeks. And here's a number that's really, I think, kind of stunning. Studies show that consistently getting just 5.5 hours of sleep has been shown to double reaction times and increase attention lapses by 5 times. 5. So yeah, it's not you, it's sleep deprivation doing its rude thing. So when you zoom out, poor sleep isn't just about one thing. It's impacting multiple systems that all shift at the same time, all because of shitty sleep. All right, so let's take a look at what this actually looks like day to day. It looks like feeling off even when you're trying really hard. It looks like more reactive eating, meaning eating when you're not truly hungry. And we know that you're not going for those vegetables when you're really tired. We're going for those sugary, kind of high carb, less nutrient foods. It means less consistent movement and more frustration around your body. And this is where a lot of women who are eating pretty well and exercising but not seeing results start to think, what is wrong with me? And the answer is nothing is wrong with you. Your body is just trying to function without enough recovery. So let's reframe this slightly. Bottom line, your metabolism isn't just about what you eat. It's about how well your body can regulate. And sleep is one of the biggest inputs into that system. So if sleep is off, everything downstream feels harder. So what can you do to support your body? Not perfectly, just supportively. Well, let's talk about 6 strategies that you can start doing today to set yourself up for better sleep and ultimately a more supported metabolism. Okay, first strategy, prioritize rhythm over perfection. Your body thrives on predictability. And that means going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time each day, which helps regulate your circadian rhythm. And that directly impacts cortisol and melatonin. And even small shifts towards consistency can make a noticeable difference. And this goes for staying pretty consistent on the weekends as well. I know it's not fun, but if good sleep is your goal, then we want to have consistency across the board, weeknights and weekends. This is a biggie. Okay, second strategy, eat in a way that supports good sleep. Okay, this is a crucial one that sadly is often overlooked. And we've talked about this before. Going long stretches without eating, underfueling during the day, or having too light of a dinner without any staying power can make it harder to stay asleep. And I don't know about you, but I do not sleep well if I am hungry or have underfueled during the day. And to this point, it takes effort to make a really good food choice when it's really late, you're really tired and hungry. But this one is huge because low blood sugar overnight can trigger a stress response, which can show up as waking up at 2 or 3 a.m. So think balanced meals, enough protein, not going to bed underfueled. And because I'm a dietitian, I can't help but provide some examples here for those nights when you get home late, but you still need to eat something before hitting the hay. So some of these can look like Greek yogurt with some berries and nuts, maybe sourdough toast with avocado and hemp or pumpkin seeds, or maybe a piece of sourdough toast with peanut butter and berries or a low sugar jam, cottage cheese with blueberries, even a couple of slices of deli turkey and cheese wrapped in a small tortilla or even in romaine leaves, crackers with hummus or a slice of cheese, small bowl of non-sugary cereal with nuts or flax seeds, or your choice of milk mixed with protein powder. Again, we're not talking about like a meal. We're just talking about something small to help your body feel safe and supported so that it can fall asleep. And one quick note, this light meal is especially important if you're eating late because you are working out late. Really important to remember to fuel up after working out, even with something small if it's late, because that post-workout protein will maximize your workout efforts. Again, it's a different episode, but still wanted to throw that in there because that's really important for helping you get good sleep as well. Okay, that third strategy, support your nervous system before bed. If your body feels wired, it's not just going to shut off because you decided it's bedtime. Simple things matter. So think dim the lights, step away from stimulation, meaning your phone, the TV, your iPad, your laptop. Journal or write down 3 things that you're grateful for. And sometimes it even helps to write down the things that are spinning through your brain to get them out of your head. Can help with sleep, or give yourself 5 to 10 minutes to just breathe deeply and slow down, or even play a sleep or kind of slow down guided meditation like Insight Timer, Calm, even Apple and Fitbit apps all have good free ones. And this is about signaling safety because your body has a really freaking hard time letting go and drifting off if it's wired and stressed. So if good sleep is the goal, we need to prioritize a safe state for our body and nervous system. Okay, 4th strategy, be mindful of caffeine timing. I'm not being a buzzkill. I'm not saying don't drink the coffee. Just be mindful about the timing. Caffeine has a half-life of about 5 to 7 hours. Okay, so some people are fast metabolizers of caffeine. It's just in their DNA, and they can seem to have caffeine late in the day and it doesn't seem to impact their sleep. Super jealous of those people, by the way. Some of us, on the other hand, are slow metabolizers of caffeine, like me, and even a cup of joe or a highly caffeinated tea after 12 p.m. And even earlier for some people can leave us wide awake 12 hours later. So if you are having trouble falling asleep, look at caffeine consumption and see if that's playing a role. Because even if you feel fine in the afternoon or evening, that afternoon coffee can still be in your system at bedtime. You don't have to eliminate it, but timing matters. Okay, 5th strategy, get morning light or even evening light. And we'll talk about why. This one is so overlooked and it's a good one. Natural light early in the day helps anchor your circadian rhythm. So if you can, it's ideal to get even just 5 to 10 minutes of natural light, let it hit your retina, and this helps your body know it's time to wake up. Okay, now on the other hand, this also works in the evening as well. So this can be a nice short walk at dusk to help reset your circadian rhythm and prepare your body for sleep. Plus, that evening walk provides a double bonus by helping your digestion do its job and stabilize blood sugar levels after dinner. So that's a double whammy for walking, folks. But bottom line, try to get outside in the morning to help your body wake up, and a nighttime walk in the evening is also helpful as well. Either or both. Okay, that 6th strategy, build consistency, not perfection. Sleep is one of those areas where trying to do everything perfectly can actually backfire. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. You are not going to hit the sheets at the same time every night. Life gets in the way, kids wake up, schedules change, but the more you prioritize quality sleep in midlife and practice consistency over and over, the easier good sleep will come. And here's the part I really want you to hear, especially if you've been feeling off lately. If your eating feels more chaotic than usual, if your cravings are louder, if your workouts feel harder or your motivation has taken a hit, it might not be that you've fallen off. It might be that your body is just under recovered. Because sleep isn't just one piece of the puzzle, it's the thing that makes all the other pieces work better together. And when that piece is missing, everything downstream starts to feel harder, heavier, and more confusing than it needs to. So if your energy has been off, your cravings feel louder, your body just feels harder to manage than it used to, take a look at your sleep. Not as something to control perfectly, because it won't happen, but as something to support. Because when sleep improves, insulin sensitivity improves, blood sugar stabilizes, cravings quiet down. Your body starts to feel a little more like yours again. It's not magic, it's physiology. And it's one of the most important levers that you have. Okay, if this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who might need to hear it too, or take a second to leave a quick review. It really helps more women find this kind of information. And if you're sitting there thinking, okay, this is me, but I don't quite know how to pull all of this together, that's exactly the work I do inside my programs. We don't just focus on food. We look at how your nervous system, your sleep, your lifestyle all work together with nutrition to support real, sustainable metabolic health and nervous system regulation. So if you're ready to stop piecing this together on your own and would like one-on-one support, you can check out the details in the show notes. Okay, friends, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for being here. And before we sign off, remember that metabolic health isn't built through restriction, it's built through regulation. And sleep, that's one of the most foundational forms of regulation we have. Until next time, friends, regulate first, support your sleep, nourish your body, take up space, and stay unhinged in the best way.